Okay, Reflection. Let's get into this because this is one that kind of got me a little heated. When I read it yesterday, I did read it and everything. I see the changes, but I wasn't able to make a video on it. The surrounding feel of where I'm at wasn't the greatest. So let me just hide our chat box real quick. I take a couple more drinks of this. So now to talk about how this video is gonna go. It's gonna go something like this. Um, I am I am indifferent about how this next season's gonna go. Um, One, seeing as it's going to be probably one of the longer Destiny seasons, like how Season of the Lost was. Um, it's going to span over multiple different of their community events. I mean, we got the Dawning. We're gonna have the freaking whatever they decide to do for freaking uh, February 14th. Um, it possibly will include Guardian games. Um, and it's gonna last until maybe June. I mean, that seems to be the big consensus that everyone is thinking that it's going to be delayed till then. So that's why Season of the Witch has me kind of doubtful for a lot of reasons. One of those reasons being just a sheer lack of, well, you're gonna, it's gonna be like, oh, well, hey, at least we can, like, grind for what we want. We have more time to do grinding for God rolls. I'm like, yeah, great. You realize we go through about, let's see, there's 6 Grandmasters. Grandmasters usually don't unlock until about the 8th week of the season. Um, or maybe the 7th week of the season. Whatever it is. Enough time for the initial Nightfall rotation to happen. And then here comes the reign of constant Grandmaster farming. And the dungeon farming. And the raid farming. And going to the lost sectors and doing all that, trying to get the new exotics that will be coming out, and like trying to level up your Grandmaster weapons, and then going into trials and trying to get those weapons, and then going into competitive and trying to get those weapons. So let's look over what we got, and then we'll discuss what I just talked about. And we're gonna be discussing one other thing that it gets mentioned in here, but that's about all that happens. So this week in Destiny from the Destiny 2 community team, because they still haven't decided to give us someone who's actually a face we can talk to. Teaser for Season of the Wish. Yay. Season Pass exotic preview, economy recap, and Lost Sector updates. The Veterans Day update, Iron Banner Last Call, new dungeon release date, and new Prime Gaming rewards. As some of you know, Iron Banner, it's the last week. For Iron Banner, that means next week, we'll get the last attempt for a Trials weapon that honestly is probably going to be shit. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. It's probably going to be one that no one wants. I mean, we had Mortal, Igneous, Astral. It's probably going to be the freaking glaive or the bow. And that's just my opinion on it. I am not a big bow guy. I'm not a big glaive guy. I feel like bows in PvP are just kind of, they're thrown in there to be this like pseudo sniper that it just allows for easy pickings, with no issues at all to its overall use and ability in the game. Glaives just feel like, in PvP, it feels like a free melee. And then you get a shield, and it's kind of like, yeah, you're just that guy. If you have fun with them and everything, that's on you. I don't, so I don't use them, and I hate finding them. But if you enjoy them, You're allowed to do it. So the new seasonal pass exotic, because they have to reveal this to us in a TWID, because waiting for the actual season to drop, people are gonna be like, oh. Anyways, so they're bringing back a D1 exotic rocket launcher called Dragon's Breath. Basically, the field counter passively increases the longer you go without firing it to a maximum of 5. Which is kind of weird to me, because it would probably only do it if you have ammo. So in PvP, it doesn't seem like it's going to be the best. Maybe in Gambit and in PvE, it's going to be good. I don't really see a good reason for it unless they do like some big thing for some game mode, but they're not going to. So this kind of feels like, well, this is a PvE one. To maximum 5, firing Dragon Breath then empties this counter, transferring all the fuel to the rocket. Rockets then embed themselves in stuck targets, so basically it gives them what's that part called? I know I have a rocket that has it. Basically, it lodges themselves in there. It has... Where are my rocket launchers? I know I have one that has it. I just don't know where. Or did I get rid of them all? No. Where is it? I know I had a rocket launcher that had it. I think it's called, it's not Impulse Amplifier. Because that just allows it to increase its speed. God, what is that thing called? The name is escaping me. Right now. Because I can't think of it. And I'm surprised I don't have a rocket launcher that has it. I used to always keep one on me. Well, anyways, basically, it lodges itself into the enemy, and then it will explode. Basically, that's what this will do. And then periodically, the incendiary fuel pools will pull around the target and inflict scorch damage. So down Chorus Warlocks, well, there you go. If you want to have a rocket that does the same thing that you do, now you can. The more fuel a rocket is fired with, the longer it lasts before it detonates, and the more fire it spreads. So basically, you can put, a bunch of rockets into them. Which I guess that with Gallahorn and other rocket launchers would be okay, I guess. The other intrinsic perk it has, with this intrinsic, nearby ignitions instantly refill your Dragon's Breath fuel with 2. Plus, when it fully refills, it reloads itself. Once you get this thing in hand, make sure you visit the gunsmith to get the quest for the exotic catalyst, which is this. This catalyst passively replenishes your Dragon's Breath fuel faster, and limiting commands with this weapon causes them to spawn fire spikes too. So basically, the base line for this weapon is this. So it's going to be probably really good in PvE. Probably. Season Wish economy and rewards tunings. Previously announced changes, with legendary shards kind of being decrepted, and more focus on glimmer and engrams. Also stuff for our ghost. New rewards. Now instead of just glimmer and a possibility of an exotic, now you have a chance of getting weapons. But this is when you're solo. So if you do this on Legend, you have about 70% chance of getting these weapons, assuming there are no champions left standing. On Master, there's a 100% chance, and these are the weapons you can get. These are weapons that were in the World Pool, but there's a chance of them dropping with a 3rd or 4th perk column. So if you want a perfect roll for some of these guns, this is your chance to do them. They rotate at a daily reset. So if you need like a new old Sterling, day 1 of the season is your chance for that, and then you have to wait for day 5. If you need a new Glissando, there's your chance. New Senno, day 1, day 5. You want to get that Battle Scar with Kinetic Tremors, day 3. Don't remember. I think that the grenade launcher, you want that with whatever roll. There you go, day 4, and so on and so forth. As you notice, these weapons are also available in the World Loot Pool drops. The newest World Pool loot weapons will eventually make their way into the Lost Sectors in the season after their debut. Once enough time has passed, the old weapons will then move on to being only available from Gunsmith Focusing. Of course, you can expect to get your exotic ones from it, with the inclusion of Gunsmith engrams and more rewards. We expect each run to feel more rewarding, whatever your goal might be. Now, with more ritual engrams coming, this brings me to one of the points I have with this season that's going to be kind of boring. Next update we have to share about this post-activity ritual rewards you get from Strikes, Crucible, and Gambit. We know players want to hold on the newest weapons as soon as possible each season to try new strategies and builds, and that's one of the reasons we made the new ritual weapons available to engram focusing at the correspondent vendings from the word go. Next season, we are taking that a step further, so players have more agency on the rewards they can get after a long play session in these playlists. Yeah, people are going to be in Vanguard because they're going to be trying the Nightfall out. They're going to be seeing how it goes. They're going to be trying to, get their engrams up. Crucible, people are in PvP all the time. And Gambit, wait. Let's see. This influx of engrams will let players focus more often for gear from seasons past and present. I'm sorry, but is anyone really trying to get the old Gambit gear? Maybe if you never got it on a character, there you go. With shards going away, the cost for focusing will change. And to be clear, with the increase in engram drops go hand in hand with these price changes, we hope you're doing it often. I bet that a different change of currency. We previously share the new cost of vendor focusing as well as tweaks to the number of rewards and activities such as Iron Banner or Trials engrams dropping. Here's the remainder of the requirements. For new ritual weapons, it will cost you 1 engram with no thing. So if you want to get that first new one fast, it's only going to cost you 1 engram. For the current stuff, it's going to be 3 with 5,000. Same with the armor. Legacy weapons, that's the weapons that they previously have taken out of their base pool. It's going to cost you 5 with 15. Same with the armor. Iron Banner weapons will cost you 5 for focusing and 25,000 for Iron Banner weapons. Nightfall weapons will now go up to 5 with the 25,000. The Adept ones will be 1 with 50,000, but also going to cost you 10 Nightfall ciphers. Trials weapons will be 5 with 25,000. Adept Trials will be 1, 50,000, and then the 7 win passage. With this system in place, players will be earning more engrams for Vanguard, Crucible, and Gambit than ever before. Also, don't forget that engrams being held by the tower, like Shax, as well as Saladin, Saint 14, and Drifter, reset at the end of each season. Engrams stored at the vendors will persist until the final shape. Veterans Day emote, Jumpmaster. You want that? Go get it. For the last call for the Iron Banner, the possibility of you getting the shittiest auto rifle and basically just a slug shotgun, which you can find better rolls for, which you can find better versions of. Coming a new Strand high impact auto rifle, and the kinetic lightweight shotgun Wristwalker is returning. New dungeon coming on Friday, December 1st. Prime Gaming stuff at 9 a.m. PST. Season of the Witch, which concludes. Make sure to clear all your Vanguard engrams out. Yay. Any non-seasonal rewards be removed. Highlands multi-kills can result in bird errors, and the Friendly Feet Dance multiplayer emote is missing interaction text. Movies and Art of the Week. And there we have it for this week in Destiny. Season of the Wish is a couple weeks away, and we could be more excited to have you experience everything we've been planning. Don't feel pressured if you haven't finished Season of the Witch yet. There's still plenty of time to solve the Amaru engine puzzle or more Arcana. Unlock weapon patterns from Crota's End. As mentioned, we'll be back next week, one day early due to Thanksgiving, for more Season of the Witch previews. We hope you all have a wonderful and relaxing week and plenty of cozy Destiny 2 time. Thank you for hanging out with us, the community team. So let's go into this rant. Okay. God. This next season is gonna be a long one and full of a lot of mixed feelings from a majority of the people in the community, not just myself included. So, why do I say this? I say this for one reason specifically. Because I feel that our great Destiny 2 community is suffering from just a lack of what we all care about when it comes to Destiny. Now, what do we care about when it comes to Destiny? Well, one of the things we care about is the fact that we want to be able to play this game, have our fun, enjoy ourselves. But with everything that's been changed over Lightfall, really, it doesn't feel that we're getting that same level of here's some fun for you guys. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, you go into PvP, and you kind of expect yourself to be able to hop right into it, play, have fun, not worry about having, X frickin', good match, and then you're thrown into a match where like you're getting your shit pushed in. Or having a good match in competitive or in trials that week, and then the following week you try to do it again, and you just get over and over again. Because you can have a good match and have a good time playing competitive or trials, and then you go into the sixes because that's the only other thing that's available for you because you want to do PvP. You get like the sweatiest teams. You get the high stacks who are just trying to like punch their ticket. Like, to me, yes, it's good that Destiny 3v3 is coming back as a base rotating game mode. The issue I have with that is, why did it take you so long to bring just that back? Like, if our 3v3 experience is only competitive and trials and your Crucible labs, we don't want to do that. We want to have a regular 3v3. So now they're bringing it back. The problem that we're going to have, though, is with all these changes coming, it's going to make the people that play it casually, the people that only have maybe 1 or 2 days to play it, the people that only can play it for a little bit before they have to leave. That's the issue we're going to run into. One thing also I want to talk about is I love the fact that we are getting so much like transparency from Bungie on the changes made to the PvP with the PvP strike team. The problem I have is Destiny's 3 core modes. 3 core modes are the ones that they always seem to update with world pool drops, with legacy stuff, with focusing. But here's the problem. PvE always has stuff to do. Okay? PvE always has stuff to do. PvP, they're working on it, but there's always shit to do. Hybrid, which is what I'm calling it, and you should know what I mean by that, and if you don't, let me explain. Hybrid is a combination of PvP, and PvE. So PvE, VP. What do we call that? We call that Gambit. I'm calling it Hybrid. Because that hybrid game mode has been just thrown down to the water. It basically they took Gambit or Hybrid, went to the Grasp of Avarice and dumped it in the water. Like dumped it, just left it. It just nope, bye, hi, have fun. We'll throw down a couple pebbles every once in a while. Like it's fish food. Like Gambit's just fish food. Like it's just a little fish they have that they don't want to take care of anymore, but they know they kind of have to occasionally throw it like a crumb. I love Gambit. I love playing it. It's why I take the name the Gambit Overlord. That's why I take the name Drudgeon Lord. But as you've seen over the last couple months, my Gambit playtime has gone down to only the start of the season, guild, reset, go away. Because I don't have fun just sitting there playing anymore. The matchmaking is terrible. You play a couple matches, do good. Here's a 4-stack. Well, we wanted to deal with the fire team matchmaking so it wouldn't be that bad. Yeah, but you didn't take that into regard for Gambit. For Gambit players, facing a 4-stack is the equivalent of facing a 6-stack in PvP. They are going to run the best things to run in Gambit. They're going to run the best thing that kills invaders. They're going to be highly coordinated. And you're just there, sitting there with your head up your ass going, what the fuck am I here for? So Hybrid, it needs to change. It needs to have a matchmaking change. Where it takes a look more in depth at the fact that what is happening that is allowing solos to be placed against a 4-stack. It needs better loot. It needs a secondary mode where people can go into and do the things that we do, like in trials or competitive. It needs to have something besides just the one mode. It has one mode. It used to have 2. Then they took that away. And then they gave freelance. And then they took that away. We are literally sitting on one of the most unique aspects to be added to a live service game like Destiny. And it's just been thrown away. It's been thrown away. It really has been. And I know a lot of people are going to be talking about, like, on Twitter and everything, about how much fun they're having in it. That's cool. You're having fun. Great. Good for you. But that's not the consensus every way around. I have fun in PvP. I don't have fun in PvP. I have fun in PvE. I don't have fun in PvE. Because to me, there are moments when I'm doing PvE where it's just like, why am I here? It's like, yeah, I'm doing really cool stuff and it seems interesting, but at the end of the day, I'm like, why am I here? Oh, I know why. Because I can't go into Gambit, and if I go into PvP, I have the possibility of my shit pushed in. And therein lies a big problem. You know, and then we get these, you know, once for like 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks, of just like some of the dumbest stuff to get added. Well, here's Legendary Lost Sector. Here's Legends Haunted Lost Sectors. Before that, here's just AEZ. The Dawning's going to do the same thing. Like, there's no... They're taking all the ideas of stuff they could be doing for this other game mode and just kind of letting it sit there and go, hey, well, you know, we don't really care about it. And that's why the community doesn't care about it. That's why you won't see people talking about this. And the people that do talk about it are shitting on it. You know, the last time people cared about Gambit before Beyond Light was because they were in Gambit Prime, they were having fun, they were getting the shit they wanted, and they were having a grand time. Beyond Light came in, and you just took everything away from us. You took away 2 maps, you took away a whole new way of getting new armor and weapons, that if we had those weapons now, it'd be great. But you know what you did with those weapons? You waited how many freaking years before you brought them back? You know we're still missing some Gambit weapons. You're not going to bring back any Gambit ritual weapons, are you? You want to know why? Because you already brought them back in some other facet. How long before we get the Python back, but it's just a ritual weapon? You took all the Gambit weapons and put it into Season of the Deep. You threw it over there. You grabbed the Grasp of Avarice. You said, well, we just want the weapons. And you threw it to the Season of the Deep. And let's talk about Season of the Deep. Let's talk about what seasons we've had for this last year. We get about 4 seasons in Destiny. Now, we have the initial season that drops with the expansion. We have the second season, the third season, and the 4th season before we go to the next expansion. Our next major big-time update. The one where the game is down for a whole day so they can get ready for it. Let's talk about these last couple seasons. Season of Defiance, that was based around the Shadow Legion. Okay? Shadow Legion. Okay. Interesting. Because, you know, Lightfall, Shadow Legion. Makes sense. Okay? More stuff about the Witness, because now that he finally can enter the Traveler. Yeah. That happened in Lightfall. That happened during the Season of Defiance. Season of the Deep. Well, we need to learn more about him. Hey, look, Titan's back. Oh, look, there's Xivu Arath. She made her first big appearance since frickin' what? The last time I think we really talked about Xivu Arath was Season of the Hunt. She's a big bad, but it took us about how many freaking years to get back to talking about her? Learn more about the Witness and realize that he's just a freaking hive mind of freaking people that want to reshape our reality to their perfect image. Why does that sound familiar for a big bad? Season of the Witch. Well, we gotta work with Savathun, well, Imaru, to give Eris Morn the power of a semi or demi hive god. And would you look at that? So great. No, what's the season going to be? Oh well, there's Kara back. If we know anything about, you know, the Last Wish raid, we know what kind of enemies did we have to fight there. We had to fight Taken and Hive. What did we have to fight this season? Mostly Hive. What did we have to fight last season? Well, there was Fallen there. Yeah, but mostly what was it based around? Oh yeah, Hive and Taken. Oh yeah, there was scoring kind of like thrown in there and falling thrown in there every once in a while, but it wasn't really a big deal for us. And here's something I want to talk about when it comes to Gambit, just straight out. Straight out, just let me talk about this so I can get this out of my brain so it stops irritating me. What we see when we look at what they're doing for PvE and what they're doing for PvP, the fact that we get that Gambit, hybrid, same fucking thing, it gets nothing. It sits there. It waits. It gets like these little pieces of scraps every once in a while. Well PvE and PvP finally gets to join the table of eating the good food, you know. Like PvE has been eating really well. They have a full 5-course meal. Now, PvP is kind of getting a 3-course meal, and Gambit's getting the freaking trash. It's getting the fucking trash of Destiny. Because every new season, you get a new shader, a new ghost projection, the one new weapon, your dredging title to be increased for another freaking whole season. And then what? What are they giving us now? They're bringing back a map. Oh no, a map. A map that should have never left. You know, I could understand keeping all the maps for Gambit. And then, like, once they did the thing with the Tangled Shore, taking that map away, that would have made sense. But the Dreaming City, the Awoken, are still technically our allies in these fights. But yet, that map in Gambit got taken away for no reason. But now they're bringing it back. Yeah, they're bringing it back. We kind of should have known that it was going to be Dreaming City based after frickin' the showing that they're like, well, season 23, we're going to bring back these two Dreaming City maps. One for PvP and one for this. So there's really my points. I wish this season will be good, but like most things in life, when you wish on something, unless you physically do it, it's not going to happen. And I think that's my biggest issue right now with this season. It's why I'm playing more Genshin Impact. It's why I'm playing more Overwatch again. It's why I'm going into Call of Duty. Hell, I'll fucking do Fortnite. I don't care. Because honestly, at this point, it feels that everything that we love about Destiny, we can get done in the first couple weeks of the season. And then after that, you're just kind of like, well, time to play something else. I mean, I did the new Dead Island 2 House DLC, but that's done. New Archon story quest. I'm just going to catch up on all the other story quests I have in Genshin to do. Because honestly, to me, there's, for PvP, okay, yeah, there's the new competitive focusing that you can get each week for whatever you want. I'm going to try to get that new Strand exotic, that new Strand heavy pulse rifle. Because as we know, I'm a pulse rifle guy. I'm also an auto rifle guy. And a sidearm guy. Oh, you gotta wait for Iron Banner to get this new Strand auto rifle. Okay, fine. Competitive. I'll do competitive. I don't care. I'll do it. Try to rise up the ranks and everything, and yay. But the one thing I'm going to do at the start of every season is, before even doing the season stuff, I think I'm just going to play Gambit, go through there, get my dredging title done. Once that's done, then I'll do all the other shit. Because I still am Dredgen Lord. I still enjoy the concept of hybrid. I just wish they made it better. Season of the Wish, throw all your wishes of what you kind of want. I wish I wish Hybrid would be better. I wish there were more rewards for it. I wish the game mode itself was better. I wish there was more of a challenge to it. I wish we had some. I wish Hybrid got got a Trials-esque mode. I wish that I could play the frickin' game mode without having to deal with Tweedledee, Tweedledum, Diphead, and God, I want to swear right there, and Tim. Call him Tim. We all know a Tim. Who are 4-stacking, and then Bungie goes, 4-stack? Here's 4 solos. Have fun. They did fairly well in their last match. Enjoy yourselves. But then in PvP, they were like, well, okay, you guys had a problem with some of the matchmaking. Let's fix that real quick. What happened? Tell us about what happened. Oh, that happened? Oh, we're so sorry. Here, we're gonna fix it. Here's a new weapon for this mode, and a new weapon for this mode. And we know you guys don't like Iron Banner, but here, have a new weapon for this mode, and returning one. We're gonna try our best to fix it. And then PvE is like, oh my god, we're so sorry. We didn't add enough content. Here, have more. Here you go. We threw new stuff in the rotators. We fixed the challenges. We fixed all these stuff. Oh, this exotic was overperforming, making it too easy. Oh, okay. We'll look at that. We'll fix it for you. That's how Bungie, like, it feels that Bungie, like, looks at it. It's like, Hybrid, here, have the scraps. We don't care. PvP, oh, we want to fix this. We want to make it better. Okay, we can. Okay, we'll do our best. Work with us here. Okay, we can get through this together. PvE, it's like, oh my god, we're sorry. We didn't have this. Oh my god, we need to fix it. Get it now. Work on it. That's what that's like. That is how Bungie and Destiny 2 have gone to this point. You know what? I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it. And it's not because I don't like it. I'm not saying this as someone who's just hating on it. I'm saying this as someone who has been playing this since 2018. I've seen when it's been good. I've seen when it's been bad. I haven't been here as long as some people who have been here since Destiny 1 beta, who have probably more opinions than I do on it, but this is my opinion. This is the shit that I'm tired of seeing. I'm tired of seeing a game mode get thrown away because they don't care about it. I'm tired of seeing game modes that a majority of the people who play, who are finally getting what they want, who then go to shit on this other game mode because it's not as good, and they just want it gone because they think by opening that up, it leads to so much better things. They can get all the stuff they want. And then the PvE community, you know that joke about the PC to console? Well, that's how it is in Destiny. The PvE is the PC players, the PvP players are like the new gen consoles, and then Gambit's like the frickin' little handheld frickin' AV frickin' plug-in video games. You know the ones I'm talking about, like the old school frickin' SpongeBob ones and all those. You know, back when, before HDMI, because that was a thing, we had these little AV plug-in things that you bought. You had to get plug it into your TV, because your TV back then, they had to have the AV ports up front. Then they put them towards the back, and then eventually they got freaking HDMI. And yeah, could you imagine trying to do that now? Try to find a TV that has it. Bet you can't. And if you can, you're looking at an old ass site. Just saying. So, to wrap this up, I have hopes that they'll fix this stuff, but the hopes can fall on dead ears a lot of this time in the community, because unless it's being said by the majority of people, it will not get fixed. And you want to know why the majority will not talk about hybrid? Because the majority doesn't care. Oh, PvE's great? Perfect. Don't change it. Well, PvP could use some updates, so fix it. Hybrid? Wait, that game mode still exists? It's still there? Huh. No. No, they got rid of it a while ago, didn't they? What, they didn't? It's still here? Oh, I don't care. That is what is going on. And that is the one thing that I find myself highly disliking now at this point. So, Season of the Wish, I'll play it. I'll see how it goes. And sure, there might be times where it's a lot of fun. But I guarantee there's going to be a lot of times when it's just absolutely freaking garbage. So, Red Faction. I will see you guys on Monday. See you guys on Wednesday. There might be a late stream on next Thursday. But till then, I hope you guys are good. I hope you guys have fun. I hope you have a very good week. I'm going to get this up here on YouTube here in a second. And let's wish that we finally get some good stuff for every game mode. Because that's all we can do. I'll see y'all later.